Hi, it's Rogue, and apparently the endless discussion about DH is still going on, and I was reignited, like if it wasn't already live for the dart, enough by a couple of odd tweets where he pointed out that waiting 2 to 9 seconds for a perk that the survivor may or may not have is a little bit absurd. And it brought an example of someone, maybe himself, or it was just commenting, I don't know, of someone waiting out the DH for 9 seconds, the survivor actually having it, and in the end dying on the ground. As much as I agree with the fact that having to play around the perk that the survivor may or may not have is kind of weird, um, that is not, I think the core of the problem. Because do you know what else makes the killer lose about that amount of time? A brown toolbox. A brown toolbox is going to shave exactly 6 seconds off a gen. We do not change our gameplay because of those 6 seconds, I think. Like, if we know that the survivors have 4 brown toolboxes, we're gonna be like, okay, sure, those 6 seconds and yours. So I don't think it's the time, it's the having to play around it. Like, you have to play around it. There's no way to actually lunge right now, unless you want to incur in a DH. So, yes, I do agree. This aspect of the perk is kind of ass to face. Now, you probably have never seen this because I don't have videos from the time my PC was, was not equipped to make me record. But when I started playing, I had an older PC and I played on very low frames. So if I lunged and the survivor juked, even accidentally, I would not be able to hit. So when I lunged, I had to predict where the survivor may or may not juke. And that's left me with the habit of never lunging. Even when I got my new PC, it was still ingrained in me, I never lunged because I have learned to not lunge because lunging will make me whiff all the time. So, for me, just M1ing has never been a problem because I would do that anyway. I do that even when I bring Friendship Bracelet on Legion, so it's a problem on my part. But I do agree, a perk that denies a part of the game, like a super basic part of the game, like lunging, you don't lunge anymore unless the survivor has another exhaustion perk. You don't lunge, especially Windows. And a perk that completely denies that, I agree, I can bullshit on that. That should be, changed a little so that, people can just do basic things. Uh, but my real problem with the age is not that. Like, I really don't see what's point. I don't see the problem waiting out even 9 seconds. I'm sorry. And yes, okay, DH can work, can give the survivor a third L state, but we've already discussed that, and I will leave a timestamp somewhere if you have not checked the video out and you want to. But it doesn't work most of the time. DH actually doesn't work. But as you can see in this video, I actually have an anti-exhaustion build. Why? Well, not for DH. First of all, because I'm playing Legion, so I really don't care about your DH. But second, because DH is currently one of the weakest exhaustion perks we have. Not in terms of what it does, but in terms of how many times you can actually benefit from it, even if you time it correctly. Um, Perks that I like, exhaustion perks that I like Smash It, for example. Uh, those perks have a requirement that is pretty strict because you need to stun the killer. And they reward you pretty well. Smash It is a very good perk if you can hit a killer. It has a pretty strict requirement, but then it rewards you with a good speed burst and you can really make distance after that. And honestly, the same goes for DH. Timing those 0.5 seconds is not easy, bro. Like, it's not easy. And most of the time, even if you time it correctly, you're still gonna get cucked by the servers or the ping or the whatever. So, eh, I think DH is actually a perk that rewards you for making a good play. Do you know what rewards you just for the sake of doing nothing, not even pressing a button? Sprint burst. Light. And my natural enemy, adrenaline. Why is adrenaline in the game? I have no idea. What I think killer mains, like most killer mains, don't understand is that if you got DH to the ground, okay, and you make it absolutely useless, and with absolutely useless, I mean even something like Smash It, something that is hard to get value from and is not easily triggerable, because DH is easily triggerable, but not easy to get value from. The survivors will just get another exhaustion perk, an even easier one to get. And I can assure you, like if you've never thought this out, I can assure you, you do not want for survivors sprint bursting off gens. You do not want for survivors just life mid chase of a dropped pallet. And if you think you do, well, if you think you do, try play against a team of that with like a basic M1 killer, like a ghost face. Do that. Then you tell me. Because it's very easy to be like, oh no, fuck, the DH cucks my blinks as nurse. Bro, you're nurse. You're gonna catch up in 3 seconds, please. But other exhaustion perks are even less skillful, because what is the skill required in lighting of a Z-wall, please? Or sprint bursting of a gen. And they reward you even more. Like, if you think that 9 seconds is a lot of time, please bring a brown toolbox every match, because you're gonna get value from those 9 seconds. And that's it. That's the reason why I do not want DH to change. DH is fun. It's a little mini game that you can do with the killer at some point, and it can reward you well, like very well, or it can actually do nothing, which is most of the time. But the survivor will still run this ass perk because it's fun. But if you get the fun out of the game, if you do not let the survivors have something fun, they will start doing something efficient. I don't know if people realize this. And doing something efficient is not fun for either side. It's just gonna be like who completes gen faster and who has the strongest gen regression, which is a game I do not wanna play. So that's it. Thanks for listening, I guess, and let's hope they don't get the H. Bye.